Hey, this is Life for Sean Renee here, back with another video. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. This video is called, this is part 2 to dealing with fake friends. Let's watch the video.
Who the fuck were my friends? Part 2. Okay, we're going to get into the hazing in this part. If you're stumbling across this video, go back and watch part 1. I would also like to mention I forgot one kid in this friend group. We're going to call him Christian. He was also someone who was in the friend group and basically one of the other guys that were in my grade. So as I left off, Leviathan asked me, Nadia, how would you feel if we pushed you into a bush? Mind you, he asked me that question when we were sitting at the back of the bus and we were going home and it was a rainy day that day. I asked him, why would you ask that question? That's a really weird thing to ask somebody. I'm not sure. Everybody, like our friends that were sitting in the back, were just like staring and being all weird and cryptic around me when he asked that question. And he's just trying to brush it off like, never mind, it was just a joke, we were just talking. I'm just like, okay, whatever. A couple months go by, I would say like a month or two goes by, and in that time, I'm getting even closer with Elizabeth. I even lent her a copy of The Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard, which was one of my favorite books I was reading at the time, and I really wanted her to read it. Then the fateful day comes where I was sitting at the back of the bus and we were going home. And like I said, there are 3 stops in the neighborhood. Mine was the first stop in the morning. Elizabeth and Leviathan stop. The other half of the kids, where they get off, theirs is the second stop in the morning. But coming back from school, theirs is the first stop. And then my stop is the second stop. So it's reverse. I had a really good day that day. The vibes were really great on the bus that day. No one was arguing. There was no weird stuff that was going on. Nobody was arguing. Everybody was on the bus that day. No one had practice. No one had cheer. No one had soccer after school. Everybody was on the bus. Because some days, all of us wouldn't be on the bus because some of the people in the friend group had extracurricular activities like cheer, like I said, soccer, football, etc. Especially since it was fresh, fall semester. So they were basically doing football practice and starting off for like the football season. Some of the kids in our friend group were in varsity football. They were really good. Everybody's on the bus. Like I said, everybody's on the bus. The vibes are vibing. We kind of get close to the stop and they all turn around, and I think Ron was the first one that asked me. It was either Ron or Leviathan that asked me, hey, Nadia, come to get off the first stop. Like, we all just want to walk home together. I've never done that before because, like I said, the neighborhood was huge, and their side of the neighborhood is about 25 to a 30-minute walk from my side of the neighborhood. It was a long walk and I was new to the neighborhood and I didn't want to get lost. I'm saying, no, I don't want to do that. I kind of just want to go home. I'm tired. Weasley decides to say, it's okay, we'll just walk home together. Mind you, he lives close to me and normally I walk home with him. We talk and everything on the way home. So I'm like, okay, if Weasley's getting off, that's fine. So my dumb ass gets off the bus. And I had a bad feeling, but I ignored it. And this is why you should never ignore your intuition. We start walking. We're walking. We passed the bus stop. We're walking. We're passing houses. They're pointing out whose house is that. I'm like, who lives in that big ass house? Who lives there? Who lives there? And Elizabeth comes and like she puts her arm around me, just like really tight, like just really grabs me. She's like, hi, Nadia. Next thing I know, I get shoved so hard into this bush. I don't know who shoved me. To this day, I don't know who shoved me first. Yes, I got shoved twice. First time it went down, I was so shocked because everything went down. I had an Android phone at the time. It fell. The battery came out. The screen cracked. I literally scratched up. Like, I was like fucked when I got home. Like, I looked fucked up when I got home. I was also in that kind of in-between phase of like skinnying out and also still having a bunch of baby fat, so like my clothes were fitting weird on me, so like my top was lifting up, like I felt like my underwear was out, like I looked fucking crazy. And of course they were recording. And then fucking Lorax, with her stupid dumb ass, decides that she wants to be funny. Mind you, already didn't like the girl, and she decides to come and push me again. But this time I was ready. I literally got up, I chased her down and punched her in the back of the head. What I really wanted to do was really beat her ass. Like like I feel like God whispered in my ear in that moment, like, don't do it, Nadia. Don't do it. I'm upset. I'm crying. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm itchy. I have scratches. I break out in hives when I get home. Literally, shit was in my eye. My eye was blurry. Like, phone screen cracked, like hair a mess, just itchy, having reaction. It was so bad. Everybody starts yelling, why would you hit Lorax? Why would you hit Lorax? Nadia, why would you hit her? Why would you hit her? That, oh my God, it was just a joke. It was just a joke. They pushed me into these like hedges. You know those thick hedges that like kind of frame the walkways? They're not too tall, but they're not small either. That's the shit that they pushed me into. Thick ass hedges that were close to the road. I'm crying, like I said. I'm basically having a freak out moment because I'm just like, I thought these people were my friends. Why would they do this to me? Like, my phone screen is cracked. I look crazy. Like, what is going on here? I refused to walk back with them. My dad was home that day, and I was able to pop my Android battery back in my phone. I call my dad. I'm like, can you please come pick me up? I mean, he's like getting mad at me. He's like, why even on that side of the neighborhood anyway? You're supposed to come straight home. Like, what are you doing? He picks me up. I tell my mom what happened. I'm crying. I'm upset. I had to go take a shower. Literally, my eye was like fucking blurry. There was shit in my eye. Scratched up, had to put Neurosporin and everything, literally breaking out in highs. And my mom is literally upset. She doesn't know if she wants to be upset at me for like getting off at that stop. Because like I said in previous video, my parents are African. They're kind of strict. So like, they were very weird about it. I don't know. Maybe they wouldn't react in a way that your parents would probably react to this situation. But they were more so pissed at me for getting off at that stop. My mom's freaking out because she thinks it's another case of bullying. Like I said, I went through vicious bullying in middle school, and like she would get calls about it all the time, and she thought it was another situation. So she basically calls the school and calls the principal and everything. And I'm upset. Like I'm like on social media trying to like unfollow people, and I go on the Winslow fam group chat on Snapchat, and they're just talking shit about me. Nadia's such a fake bitch. They're calling out parents, because as soon as I called the school went and started calling the people, their parents, like I think that afternoon or that morning. So it was either that afternoon or that morning, I forget when I checked the Winslow group chat, was when I saw they were just talking mad shit. Holy shit. Funny enough, before I even checked the Winslow group chat on Snapchat, when I first opened Snapchat, I got a message from Leviathan. He was saying, I'm sorry, what's happening? They're talking about you in the group chat. And I'm freaking out because like, why are they talking about me? Like, what the fuck? Like, what did I do? I'm not the one who got pushed here. My bad. I'm not the one who freaking assaulted anyone else in the group here. Why am I the one being talked about right now? I opened the group chat. They're talking shit about me, saying I was such a fake bitch, and they're calling their parents. It's down to third. And Clark Kent, the little fucking messy white boy, like I said, very fucking messy. He took a photo, I think a screenshot of this book, How to Lose All Your Friends, and scratched out my name, scratched out the author's name and put by Nadia Ajakum. To this day, I still remember that, because it's just like, you bitches fucking assaulted me. You guys hazed me, recorded it, laughed and everything. And then you're saying how to lose all my friends. Are you crazy? I don't even want to think about that too hard. Next day I go to school. They call me into the office. They're calling a whole bunch of people into the office. They're putting people in detention. They don't put fucking Lorix's ass in detention. Lorix, for some reason, somehow, even though she was the one who pushed me the second time, they don't put her in detention. They put Leviathan and Elizabeth in detention with me. I get detention, even though I was the one who was assaulted. I know. Lorix's parents are trying to talk to my parents, trying to talk it out. Mind you, her and her parents, there's some really fucking shady people even to this day. So I'm kind of glad they never even really got to talk to my mom like that, because like the schedules were kind of opposing. So like they couldn't really have a chance to talk with my mom. And I'm kind of glad, because honestly, now that we've grown up and like other shit has happened over the years, there's some really weird fucking people. She, for some reason, gets out of the entire thing because I punched her in the back of the head. Like, oops, sorry, self-defense. I really should have done more. But people start getting detention. People are in trouble. They're talking about me. I'm sitting in the front of the bus when I'm going home. I'm getting dirty looks from upperclassmen. Like these racist white upperclassmen. Like I'm getting dirty fucking looks from them. Mind you, like I said in the previous part, I was one of the few black kids in the school. And a lot of the kids in that friend group were friends with upperclassmen, especially when it came to sports and stuff, cheer and football. I'm getting dirty looks from these big ass fucking senior men, dirty looks from these cheer girls, dirty looks from people I don't even know. The video is all over this fucking school. My friends that were like, you know, quote unquote acquaintances that I ended up becoming really close with during the rest of the years in high school, they have seen the video and they're on my fucking side. Of course. The principal threatens to call the police on Elizabeth because, like I said previously, I lended her a copy of The Red Queen. I'm like, I want my fucking book back, okay? I give you my book, and if you're a book person, we don't lend out our shit. Go to part 3.
It's crazy. You're like bullied to get off the stop, and then you get attacked, and then think it's funny, and it's not funny. They were only with being your friends just to do what they did to you. I don't think they really took you seriously as a friend. You know what I mean? Sad how people were back in the day. But like, comment, subscribe. If there's a part 3, I will definitely add it. This is Life with Shauna Renee. More videos on the way. Bye.